Hola mis amores, hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is specifically for those of you entrepreneurs out there where we will be looking into what you can expect in your summer quarter for whether you have a shop online or offline, or if you're an influencer or you have multiple sources of income. I'll also look into what you are currently doing right and what you need to check in so that you can succeed more, along with provide you any ideas that could help you, and complete your reading with some personal angel guidance. So these are the 4 options you can choose from. And to be able to pick intuitively for the most resonant messages, I encourage you to take a moment right now to breathe in and breathe out. Then once you have decided on one of these cards, check out the pinned comment or description of today's video to click on the timestamp of the card you chose, so the video will fast forward itself to your reading. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Velvet Cat, and I share knowledge and inspiration through art and tarot to provide answers for any questions you could be experiencing in your life, advice messages from the angels that are watching over us, motivation to follow your dreams, and all around empower you in love, career, health, mind, and soul. If you're completely new to tarot, or perhaps you might have heard of it before, I'd like to mention that it is not what you might expect. I've come to learn that it is simply just a tool by which those of us that choose to use our innate spiritual gifts can do so to provide you guidance, encouragement, and confirmation of your own intuition in your unique life path. These are general readings divided into just a small group of options, so not everything will resonate, but if it's not sounding like you at all, then you might have not picked intuitively. You can come back here and pick a different group. Also remember that life is full of surprises, and I'm only providing here one possibility out of multiple in your path based on your own choices. And the messages I provide are up to our spirit guides and angels. They don't always want to provide everything because they want you to trust in your own life choices. I hope you enjoy, and if it resonates, let me know down in the comments below. Hey there, group 1. This is your reading if you chose this card, which is the Sun. And you actually also got a second card with this one, but I returned it, and because I only wanted to have one card for each pile. I think it was one of the Knights, and it was reversed. So what I'm sensing here is quite interesting already, that perhaps your business will be the focus or the main priority in the summertime, more so over your relationships, your friendships, maybe even yourself. You'll be the main priority. That's why you're focusing on your career, because I feel here such a passion, such an excitement, like you really know what you want to do. You have a lot of ideas. You believe in yourself, and you're just ready to go, ready to get things moving. This specific Sun card, the girl looks like she's meditating. She looks at peace, like she feels aligned with her purpose. And for some of you, you could even be getting back into creating certain ideas that you put to the side that brought you so much joy when you first started, but maybe you stopped, and so now you're excited to go back into it. Because the Sun card in the original imagery has a little baby on a horse, so it's kind of like the energy of childhood, of your playful, vulnerable side. So you could even be tapping into that side of yourself to get your ideas flowing. All right, so now let's get into the rest of your cards. So for this reading, I was planning to place all the cards in a 9 square, but they came out in their own places. I just let it flow intuitively, so I find this quite interesting, and it kind of gives me the vibe of someone that is very much in control. Kind of like your energy, your higher self was guiding me here, telling me, put this card here, put this other card here. And that's even shown here with the back of the deck, the King of Pentacles. And behind that, the Hermit. That is so exciting. So the Hermit is the wise sage, and it is also your own inner knowing. I feel here with that Hermit and this King of Pentacles that you have quite a lot of experience, whether it is in the entrepreneurship path or in your career field. Meaning that you could be someone over 30, a lot of years and experience under your belt. There's a presence here that is very confident, feeling stable and secure, very calm and strategic. And with how we have this one here at the top and these two at the bottom, which are Knight of Wands and Page of Pentacles, younger energies, you could either have kids or you have a team under you or a team that you're mentoring or students, or you're getting this in the summertime. See, they're ready to learn. They're ready to pay for what it takes, and they're ready to show up, to work hard. They're feeling very inspired by you. You have some powerful future leaders under your leadership. For those of you that have kids, having this Six of Cups reversed is showing me that they might be older as well. They might be leaving the home to go to university, for example. And so you're having more time for yourself to focus on your business ventures. Whereas for those of you that are leading these students that you don't know, or assistants, employees, I do feel here that they are completely new people. So if you've done this before, they're not the same people. If this is the first time you were doing this, then this is shown here. In addition to that, we do have this Four of Swords here at the top of your cards. So it feels like something is taking up a lot of your time. She kind of looks like either she's sick or she's worried rather than being at rest, because the Four of Swords is the card of taking a step back and taking your breaks when needed. But she looks a bit bothered by that. So this could be that either you're bothered by breaks or having to rest, or that you could be dealing with certain ailments that are getting in your way of progress in your business. While others of you, because of this card being on top of the Ten of Pentacles, which is sideways, it was not straight up and it was not reversed, then perhaps this is just worries that are kind of keeping you up at night, even though it's not the Nine of Swords, which is good because that Nine of Swords would show like super anxiety and nightmares. This is a little bit more of just like some slight worries still there about wanting to provide for the family or certain financial stresses. Since we do have the Two of Pentacles also sideways, this is about movement that flows up and down. So it could be your finances that are unsteady, your spending as well. There could be a lot of joy with family during the summer, a lot of family events, gatherings with family and friends as well, which could actually be kind of moving your calendar around to where it's not really organized. It's how I was saying, like moving up and down, a little bit unbalanced, which is shown here as well with the Temperance card being reversed. See, Temperance is about balance, and it's also about healing. So in relation to your career and your finances, I take it as like, you know, healing your finances, paying back loans, paying back debts. So with these cards, having that feeling of not fully being balanced, it's like some of you will get a grasp of this and others might not. And some months during the summer might feel great while others could feel a little bit lower. Ultimately, you're someone that doesn't give up, that keeps trying. And if it's not in your ability to hire anyone, then you could be the one that is taking additional courses to be able to level up. And you're not just taking the courses to forget about them, you're actually taking them and practicing them. Overall, it doesn't feel like a bad summer at all, especially with the Sun card being your main energy. It's that of you shining, expressing yourself. And some of you with this King of Pentacles, you could either have a person that's able to help you in your business, or you're being very resourceful, finding new ways to manage your business and to invest in it for growth. So now let's look at what you are doing correctly in your business. Okay, cool. Wow, TikTok. And what do you need to pay more mind to? What do you need to check in on? All right, wow, okay. These are quite interesting cards. See, for what you need to check in on, this is a napping card. So this could be paying mind to what I was saying here about your ailment, that you shouldn't ignore that and you shouldn't take breaks for granted, rest for granted. Because if you're not taking care of your well-being and your health and your energy, then this could become worse in the future, and all the work, all the effort you're putting into your business could come crashing down. We don't want that, right? As for what you are doing correctly, we have card number 30 that says TikTok. And so this could be in relation to your calendar. So are you finally, like how I was saying here, some of you are kind of struggling with your calendars and others are finally getting a handle on it. Is that what's happening here? I feel like this is different for everyone, where some of you have a set schedule where you're able to keep up with your tasks, get as much work done as possible really well, while others of you have a very flexible calendar. Since here, this clock is getting taken away by that float, by the balloon. So whatever way you manage your calendar, your time, that's beneficial for you. There's no set way as to what's better or not. Just make sure that your schedule, your efforts are efficient in the way of actually getting work done to progress you up, not just stay in cycles of like continuing to do lots of work but not see progress. For some of you, by the way, TikTok here could literally be the app. So those of you that are trying out TikTok or curious about it, it looks here like that's working out great for you. And now a couple ideas that could help your business. Got this one that says woman holding a heart. Financial constraints reversed. This is great. Angel of Strength and fourth chakra reversed with Archangel Raphael. So if I connect these two cards together, I feel like you could help people in their own healing journey or self-expression. Quite a twist to your reading here, because we also have woman holding a heart, card number 44, and fours are the numbers of stability. So it looks like as you dig deep into your own heart, your own passions, without judgment, without worries, doubt, or hesitancy, this will contribute to your success. That was also represented here with the Sun and this King of Pentacles, that your business thrives as you really feel passionate about what you are doing and letting go of financial worries with this card number 13. Like, yes, money, of course, is important, but that shouldn't be the focus. In fact, I feel here like you can find other ways of making money that are not your business. I know that sounds quite confusing, contradictory, because your business is meant to succeed. But whenever there's any instability, we shouldn't just rely on something that isn't bringing income and let things just be. That's not going to help our growth. So with these ideas, it's like if you share your journey, your experience, your stories, and how you overcame obstacles, this would be really helpful for you to gain credibility. In fact, in the deck here, I got this community card multiple times. So perhaps you can ask your social audience what needs or questions they have and provide those answers without charging for them. I feel like the focus for you this summer should be nurturing and growing your community And then over time, as you do have that loyalty and that credibility, then you can start charging. Wouldn't that be exciting to announce something and sell out? And since this does represent the Queen of Cups, perhaps you can also, tying in these cards here, provide some type of like service that listens to people's insecurities, worries, their pains, and helps them through that. Provide some type of advice, like an advice column. How back in the day, people would send letters to a magazine and they would get those questions answered. Plus for you, whatever way you want to express yourself, because of how we have the sun being that joy, that authentic joy, like how kids, they dress up however they want, they play however they want, they have imaginary worlds, and that's also repeated here with the Strength card. That's the sun, Leo energy. And this Queen of Cups is very expressive, genuine, vulnerable, and here she just looks fabulous. Then that would add to your brand presence and how people connect with you. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say, and I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 2. This reading is for you if you chose this Hermit card. And I actually got this one reversed for you. So what I get from this is that you have so much wisdom, so much knowledge that you've acquired over time. And you even could be someone that tends to live more intuitively. Some of you might work with spirit, or you've had tons of mentors, you ask a lot of questions, and you've been on a steady journey, improving your skills, leveling up. So the reason I feel that this card is reversed is because this is a card that tends to be of like turning inward, spending that time alone, taking things slow, and being reversed is a bit of the opposite. So the summer for you could be a little bit more exciting, more work getting done, a lot of collaborations, communications, perhaps even putting yourself out there into networking events, conventions, reaching out to lots of prospects, announcing new product launches, and even putting yourself out there on social media, like through live streams or through starting a YouTube channel. There's kind of a feeling here of going viral, whether it is through social media or through your website, like your mailing list, or hosting large community events. So now let's look at your cards, the rest of your cards. Wow, wow, wow. Powerful energies in your cards. And look at we got the Hermit again, reversed again. Wow, that is totally your major energy. And right in the center of your cards, you have the Sun and the Magician. Look at that. So the Sun is an energy that is joyful, that is pretty lucky. Like a lot of things go in your favor. Someone that is charismatic, someone that attracts attention, that is magnetic. And so that works in your favor very much. And the Magician is someone resourceful, a master manifester. For some of you, how I was saying, a mystic as well that works with magical tools, divination, manifesting with spirit, with nature, with the elements. And I love how here as well with the Sun, we have the Moon. Oh my goodness, so many powerful cards. Major Arcana here, right in the center, this entire strip. And then the Moon and Judgment. Wow. So the Moon is also confirming what I was talking about with magic, with spirit, working with the Moon, doing rituals, using astrology. But if you're not into this, then these could represent your masculine and feminine balanced energies where like as much work that you put into your career, you also are able to give it your all and enjoy life. whether that is your relationships and friendships or your well-being and like being active, living life to the fullest. And with the Judgment card being reversed here, I feel like with this row here, it looks like you're taking more practical action this summer. I see that also being clarified here with the Pentacles cards above and below. So as intuitive as you are, this summer you're not leaving the unknown unanswered. You're seeking your own answers. Whatever you don't understand, you're not just going to leave it be. You're either going to hire people to help you with that, or you're going to ask mentors or ask people around you that do know this stuff to provide you some advice. If there are any people you're working with that aren't providing answers, or they're being a little unclear, or like the contracts don't make sense, anything like that, you're going to charm your way into getting those answers, to gaining that clarity, so that there's no miscommunication, no room for error. Challenges during the summer will actually be more fun to you than stressful, rather than stressful. And you feel very accomplished, like, wow, I did that. I passed that obstacle, and I did it so well. Then we also have these two cards, quite intriguing here, that they're kind of on like opposite ends. The King of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. So perhaps some of you could be at a distance from a loved one or a partner. And I take this a few different ways, because we also have here the Seven of Wands under the row of the King of Pentacles. So what I'm saying that I take this a few different ways is because you could either be the King of Pentacles or you could be the Queen of Pentacles. And each one has a different story here. The King of Pentacles reversed with these two cards shows that this person could be a little bit on the defense. For some reason, perhaps a little bit insecure between their competitors, or even between you and them, because also here, this is kind of like trying to prove themselves, trying to be the best. And then the moon shows how they're kind of hiding this. They might know that this is not your problem. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles problem, that this is their issue they have to deal with. And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles understands as well. They're not taking it personal. They're trying to be as caring as possible, letting them have their space, whether it is the competition with the Queen or with others. And then with this Queen of Pentacles, we have Judgment reversed and Three of Pentacles. So this one is often one of like going to school or taking courses, improving your skills. How you see here, this person is in a classroom setting and they're painting here. They could also be teaching others, because I feel like this Queen could be any one of these three people in the picture. They could be the teacher, they could be the student, or they could be the model, the one that's the center of attention. Or they could be all three, where they are learning, teaching, and presenting things, their products and services. Some of you that are the Queen of Pentacles could be taking a break from seeking clients. That's why the Judgment card is reversed. It's like pausing the calls and the emails at some point in the summer. Perhaps if the offers are pouring in, kind of like how in this image it looks like these people are falling from the sky towards the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles seems to be thriving to where she doesn't need to be reaching out. She doesn't need to be making as much effort. And that's clarified here with the Seven of Wands and the Magician, where you're coming out on top, or I mean the Queen of Pentacles is coming out on top, manifesting success. And overall, between the Queen and the King, I don't see any issues, even though there is that slight blip. The reason I'm saying there's no issues is because we have the Sun right in the center of these two. There's still a very strong bond, a very strong camaraderie. And for those of you with kids, then your kids are also the joy that is added into your life. All right, so now let's look at what you are doing right in your business. Oops. What are you doing right? And, ooh, perfect. What do you need to check in on? Okay. So here we have, for what you're doing right, the Co-Create card. Awesome. Card number 40. that is about collaborations, how I was saying. That is about getting your ideas out, working with others. So you could be great at leading, you could be great in a team. And for those of you, how I was saying, those of you with kids, then you are doing so beautiful in that. There is nothing to worry about. Number 4 is the number of security. So you are safe. You're building something solid. Then for what you need to check in on, we have Come to the Edge reversed, card number 36. This is about like taking risks, but it's reversed. So perhaps you're being questioned here, like where are you perhaps being a little bit impulsive? But also, where are you hesitating? I know I'm contradicting here, but this is a general reading. So some of you could have contracts or projects that you're kind of procrastinating on. Kind of like tying this card together with the co-create and how it has the egg here. So you're not letting the egg crack and grow. If this, what I'm saying right now, is bringing a certain project or contract or idea in mind, then that's what I'm talking about. Whereas for those of you that are a little bit more on the impulsive side, specifically with spending, since the Queen of Pentacles is someone that is so financially successful that she can then give to others, and maybe she can lean on giving so much, giving too much sometimes, because she wants to take care of everyone. Then that's something you might need to pay mind to, like, are you not saying no to certain people that you really do want to say no to? Or are you, in a way, handing out free money or placing the weight of the world on your shoulders, therefore turning on yourself because you can't help everyone? Like, are you tying your worth with your ability to help? Those are some questions to think about. And now let's look at some ideas that I can provide you to add a little bit more success into your business ventures. Okay, we got attachment. And cornucopia. Ooh, so this is quite interesting here. Let me show you what the cards look like up close. We have this one, number 5, and this one, number 11. And see, this one is the card of like addictions and negative habits and traumas, any type of attachment to the past. So this could have to do with like creating content around these topics to help people let go and thrive just like you. Teach them what you do to detach from any expectations, to let go of fears, to unchain yourself from your reality so that you can become this manifester. And for some of you, another idea I got here is that perhaps you can actually look into your past and your tradition, your culture, your history, to bring something from there and express it in your brand, your services, your products somehow. Then with this cornucopia card, this is about reaching your goals your way, succeeding so much, manifesting your dream life. But now that it's reversed, I feel like it's actually asking you to turn in a different direction. Don't forget about the world and your contributions. And this is different to what I was saying with how some of you might be giving free money or giving too much to certain people, putting the weight on your shoulder. This is different from that because this is not about giving them the money, giving them the food, but rather teaching them how to do it themselves, providing them opportunities to achieve their own goals. Perhaps even instead of like donating money, you can volunteer, and that could actually spark you with new ideas or a new purpose. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 3. This reading is for you if you chose the this card that is the Ace of Swords. And you actually got that one reversed along with the Ace of Cups reversed. So this is quite interesting. The way that I take this as already starting your message is that perhaps you are putting some ideas down during the summer that are just not calling you anymore. You're not feeling that fulfillment from them, that joy. They're becoming more of just work and boredom and stress. Perhaps you're questioning a lot of things lately in your business ventures, like asking yourself what your purpose truly is, where you truly want your future to go, who you truly want to be. And some of you might even be quitting altogether. Let's see. So let's look into the rest of your cards. So the cards that you got are Page of Wands reversed, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles reversed. See, these cards are already showing pretty much what I was saying here. Because the Page of Wands is someone about to embark on a journey. But now that it's reversed, it's like you're putting that down, looking back at everything you've done, you've achieved. And Ten of Pentacles is like those achievements, the family, the friends, the social life, where you're questioning all of these things. Something feels off. Then we have Seven of Wands, Four of Cups reversed, and the Fool reversed. The Fool is someone that is completely new, naive, having fun, in a way intuitively experiencing life. So when it's reversed, it's more of like you are this King of Swords now, where you have quite a lot of experience under your belts. You're not naive or immature. You're more so professional. You could have already reached quite a high level of success towards being this King of Swords that a lot of people admire, where you're entertaining, you're a speaker, you're charismatic. You might have achieved your dream life, built up a solid business, and even have an empire under you in a way. However big that is, you have an audience, a community that trusts you. This King of Swords gives me the vibe of someone with like a great website, great copy, viral content on YouTube, on social media. And the King of Swords is strategic. They have a solid business plan, or they know their way around with technology as well. And their skills could include communication, sales, marketing, graphics, speaking, team management. They're someone that walks into a room and is noticed. And they could even be highly competitive, or they just create very top-notch content and they're winners, natural winners. That's what's shown here in the Seven of Wands because of their dedication and their ideas, a high level of intellect. And your final cards here are the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands reversed, and Two of Cups. So that swords energy that I was talking about with the king is double down here with this queen. So you could be taking on this energy of the King and Queen of Swords plus Queen of Wands, or these could be different people in your life since we do have the Two of Cups here. Sorry, my phone ran out of storage and I forgot what I was saying, but I am noticing I'm getting back into the Queen and the King of Swords energies here. This is also quite interesting. Your pile and the last pile both had the King and Queen of an element, yours being the swords. And when we do have both of them for that element, that usually means that either you're like in partnership with your love, since we also have here the Two of Cups, in business, or you and your love are both entrepreneurs. This is really cool. But if you're not in a relationship and you don't plan to be, this could also reflect siblings, a sibling relationship, or best friends, or just the most compatible partnership where it feels like siblings or best friends. If you don't already have that, then during the summer, that could start. Because Two of Cups does reflect a union, and you bring different talents and ideas that combine very well into the business. See how in this image, she's in the ocean and she's in the sand and they're exchanging cups, shaking hands. There's also a lot of air and fire energy here, which could mean that you're either an air sign or a fire sign, or just that you take on that energy, which is a big dreamer and powerful action taker. Then with what I was saying about the questioning here, that's also shown with the Queen of Wands being reversed, because the Queen of Wands is someone doing the work, someone that puts their hands in everything, compared to the Queen of Swords and the King that are the ideas people. See how here she's extending her hand. It's like she's ready to lead and dictate and explain the rules, then let everyone else do their thing. And the Four of Cups does reflect boredom in some aspects, discontentment. So it being reversed is showing how you could be stepping down and quitting certain projects, contracts that you don't feel aligned with anymore. Maybe it's now the end of the term for those contracts. Like let's say you were in partnership with a certain company and you were the face. You could be deciding no longer to be partnered with them. You could also be shifting from focusing on what the companies and the fans, the audience wants, to a little bit more of what you want now with this Queen being here. Feminine energy is about turning inwards towards what inspires you, what sparks you, being kinder to yourself. And the King energy, the masculine energy, is a little bit more selfish, feeling empowered to pull back your energy rather than giving it to everyone all the time. Some of you could be leaving your office, ending that contract, selling your home to invest it back into your future ventures that are more aligned with you. You could also be ending the contract of your apartment for those of you that were in an apartment. So you could be moving, and this is all kind of happening in your private life. You're not sharing this, announcing it to the whole world. For those of you with stocks, you could be selling some of those stocks. And for those of you with a big enough business, maybe you're also selling that. No longer being the one in charge, leaving it up to someone else, while you still take commissions. For those of you that do want love, though, this is quite intriguing here. I'm getting that idea of how you might notice someone that is very similar to you, and you could decide to start going out on a date. Like you DM them or email them or something. Perhaps even just to collaborate, but then from there, the connection forms. Whether you are the Queen or the King, that person would take on a similar but opposite energy. I see here that you're both highly competitive within yourselves to be better. And because of this striving for more, then you do stand out in your field. And for those of you that are in a relationship, even if your partner is not your business partner or is not an entrepreneur, they still have leadership qualities. I see here that communication flows really nice. You could talk about anything for hours. There could be a little bit of healthy debate. You share similar interests, but are still highly independent, very assertive, confident, and honest with each other. And you could, in fact, work on something together in the future, which is why the cards here are showing this, emphasizing this union. And if I didn't already say this, then this Two of Cups here, I feel like it's talking about focusing a little bit more on your friendships, your family, your relationship, and yourself. All right, so now let's look at what you are doing right in your business. We got the Yang card reversed. Ooh, that's awesome. And what do you need to check in on? This card. Interesting. Deep knowing. Card number 43. So with the Yang card being reversed, this is about how I've been pretty much, it's repeating itself, what I've been saying. How you might be stepping down, you might be putting some things down, You might be looking inward, letting go of any hustle mentality. This card confirms that you are doing the right thing. And as for what you need to check in on, having this card deep knowing, perhaps some of you are questioning your beliefs, your faith, questioning the universe, your spirituality. In addition to what I was saying about questioning your choices and yourself, what you identify with. So to truly get to know yourself and find these answers, this is emphasizing here with the Yang card that you need to spend more time meditating or journaling or doing anything that kind of brings you into a bit of a zone out, like painting or walking or doing sports or swimming, anything that does not include your phone, unless it's for like high frequency type of sounds, of course. Because you probably already know what you need to do, but you don't trust it sometimes. Or if you have been in this hustle mentality, then that has or could lead you to burnout, to where you almost kind of feel like you've lost yourself. And therefore you are overwhelmed by the future possibilities because you're so tired you can't even think. Oh, and some of you perhaps might need to open up to new knowledge, because I also kind of feel here like some of you are a little bit up in your ego where you might think you know everything, where you've stopped learning and stopped being curious, trying out new things or developing new hobbies and skills out of pure joy. Bringing us back to this Fool card being reversed here. Maybe you do actually need to set out on some new adventures that are out of your comfort zone or that you haven't done before. Try to Google or YouTube the randomest things you can find and see where it leads you. So now let's get you some ideas here that could potentially help you in your business journey. Oh, wow, that was quick. Okay, so we have the Thinking Woman. This is funny because this is literally the Queen of Swords once again. And let's see another card. Okay. This is great. We got the cards quickly. Anxiety, card number 18. Wow, there's definitely a lot of air energy here. A lot of mind energy. And something that I get from this card, number 18, is that perhaps you can actually share your stories, like start some vlogs where you open up vulnerably about your anxieties, or journal these out and share them like in your mailing list, for example. See what people can share of their own stories. How do they relate? Or you can also research what you can do about it and therefore share that knowledge to help others with your unique way of expression. And I also feel here like some of you have already a ton of ideas that you haven't actually shared due to anxiety or some worry behind it. What can possibly help is to just think about it as a form of joy and as a form of meditation. And then you might surprise yourself to where it looks amazing or sounds amazing or is created in some way that can help people more than you would have thought of if you pressured yourself to make it be profitable or viral. Plus, with how this Thinking Woman is looking in her journal, this is also about what ideas you have in your journal, looking back into some of those. And those of you with ideas that consist of storytelling, your guides here are really supportive of that. Whether it's an ebook or a carousel of images on Instagram that tells a story, or the way you film certain videos, or write certain emails, or even about writing a book or a script. I know it's easier said than done to say, let go of anxieties. So my best way of advising you to get your ideas out is to use these as your meditation, how I was saying, rather than thinking of them as content and profit. Once you're done with it, then you can decide how to sell it or turn it into content. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 4. This reading is for you if you chose this card, which is the Justice card. So immediately what I get from this is that perhaps you're looking into some information for your business that includes legal paperwork, contracts, permits, trademarks, the government, the law, or you're the type of business that works with establishments, big establishments, like agencies, Apple, Amazon, or the government, or schools, libraries, things, places like that. And some of you, your business actually contributes to making change in the world, whether that is for human rights, animal rights, environmentalism, health. And your business also feels like it receives an equal or balanced return of investment. Like you could have a set business plan and you take action and it creates results. So now let's look at the rest of your cards. Wow, so every single pile, or not every single, most of the piles got a king and a queen of a certain element, but they were the same element. Like in one group, it was the king and queen of swords. In the other group, it was king and queen of pentacles. And in yours, it's actually different. It's king and queen of, or king of wands and queen of pentacles, but they're like in the same spot compared to the others where they were in different spots. So with how these cards are looking towards the past in a way, and we have the Six of Wands reversed with Justice. Justice tends to be correlated with a solid contract or marriage. So since we have the Six of Wands reversed, which is the card of victory, and now it's turning into a bit of the opposite, and these looking back, I feel like perhaps you're looking back at something in your past. Maybe you were once married, and so thinking about this seems to be a strong energy for the summertime for you, even though this is a business reading. But if you weren't married, then taking it into how I was talking about a solid contract, then maybe you're actually leaving a contract with an established company or a partner that you guys were just not seeing face to face, or you're trying to spark up a contract that was closed down in the past. Because here we have Six of Cups. And this one is about like friendships and youth or memories. So with having the Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles here, you could be looking into different ideas of how you could partner up with a friend, an old friend, or bringing back that old contract that was closed down. Because you have a ton of ideas, as you can see in the Seven of Cups. They all have a different element on the cups. And with how we have the Six of Cups woman here giving another cup to the kid, it's also kind of like helping someone. And that's the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. She's someone that's so successful that she can help others. And the King of Wands is often busy with a lot of work. While the Queen the Queen of Pentacles, as successful as she is, she's a little bit calmer there. By the way, for those of you that are married, I do see here with these Cups cards that you're very much happily in love. Some of you might have kids. And because of your success, and perhaps even your partner's success as well being combined, you're able to provide anything you need for your family. This Seven of Cups is making me think of like having multiple bank accounts, credit cards, savings accounts, all of which you can just pick and choose to use for gifts or for anything you need at home or for your investments. And your partner is supportive in your ventures just as much as you are as supportive of theirs, because Justice is also the card of balance. In addition to these cards, we also have Nine of Cups reversed, the Emperor also reversed, and the Eight of Swords also reversed. So Eight of Swords being reversed is showing also what I was talking about, like digging back into certain ideas, getting them moving. Since Eight of Swords next to the Three of Pentacles could represent like some type of creative block or project pause. So during the summer, I feel here a lot of things going on. And this Nine of Cups being reversed could be either that you are getting yourself out of your comfort zone, challenging yourself, or doing this to the people or person you're working with, which at times could feel a little bit like tough love because while we have the Emperor reversed. See, this one, when it is right side up, this leader knows when to speak and when to hold back and listen. They take advice very well. They care about their own feelings and others' feelings. But when it is reversed, I kind of feel a little bit of like, well, if I'm paying for something, it needs to be done this way at that time. And it's, a little bit dictatoring. And if it's not you that's like that, then this could be someone you're working with from a big company or an investor. So now let's look at what you're doing right in your business. This one. And what do you need to do a double take and double check on? Oh, quite interesting. Okay. So for what you are doing right, we have Observer card number 49 and it is reversed, which I take a few different ways since this is a general reading, because when this card is right side up, it's about observing the details, but also observing from afar. As you can see, this fox is looking through a telescope all the way to the moon, all the way to the stars. So since this is a general reading, every one of you has different ways of getting projects done. And I feel like this is a balance between stepping back to look at the bigger picture of things and also looking closely at the details. It's about letting go of needing to check in every hour or every day, but rather setting yourself and or your team, setting them a deadline. Trusting that things are working, and once you're on the call, then you can look at the details. Or if you take a step back, once that would help you so that then once you get back into working, into progressing, you're sparked with new ideas. You're not killing yourself over trying to make something so perfect. And as for what you need to check in on, you have the card, the Fates, number 17. So those of you with social media or a website, a mailing list, you need to check in on that. Nurture your audience. Or check in on automating work. Some of you might need to improve your communication, improve your wording. And those of you with an online presence, or if you're the CEO of something, then you need to check in on yourself as well. Let people know if you need a break, and let yourself have that break. You don't always need to be on the spotlight. While those of you that are working with specific influencers or people that have a brand presence and online presence, or want to work with these, then you need to check in on their stats, not just trust their word. Maybe also check in on their history and make sure they're aligned with your business. All right, so now let's get you some ideas here that could perhaps help you in your business. Okay, we have these two cards. So this is the 4th chakra Archangel Raphael, and this is about the heart chakra. And it's reversed, card number 38, which adds up to an 11. And then you have Adjacent Possibilities, card number 24, which adds up to a 6. So the heart chakra, the 4th chakra is the heart chakra. And when it is reversed, it's showing that either you have a blocked heart or that there are some ideas you hold in your heart that you've put away. Well, your guides are encouraging you to look into that. There's a reason you feel this heart calling. There's also a personal message there for those of you with a blocked heart that do need to do some self-care for yourself and for others. Open up to friendships. You never know what lies at the other door. There's so many doors here with these possibilities cards. It's kind of like you're shutting all the doors to your friends or your family. That's only for some of you. And for others of you, perhaps what you can incorporate into your business is some self-care ideas that could be transformed into content, into a service, into products. Then with this Adjacent Possibilities card, this is a bit mysterious here. It's kind of like the reading here, your guides don't want me to give you specific ideas. For example, like art or a film or an event, but rather this card here and your guides want you to look at your own interests and unique new interests that you could incorporate into your business. Or as you do seek out new interests, you might click with something that can inspire you for a newsletter, for a piece of content, for a video, for a product or service. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching.